there's some stuff within you that you don't even know about that your spouse can pull out in you.
Yep.
There's some wiring in my brain that was off, and this woman came in and began to help rewire my brain emotionally. And there are some things within her that I was able to empower. This level of intimacy is something that God puts his blessing on. When he said that you all were one, that meant that nothing was off limits.
Right.
So you all have full permission and license from God to begin to get to know each other on a deeper level than anyone else in your life.
And I wanted to add, when you were talking about the chasing aspect, the chasing never ceases. The chasing never stops, because individually we are ever maturing. We are ever growing. And so as you kind of change and as the Lord matures you, you kind of discover deeper levels of just a knowledge of who you are.
And desires and everything.
Absolutely. And so you can't stop chasing because that person is always changing.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question real quick, and this is something I want you to think about within yourself. Have you gotten to a place of marriage boredom to where it's just the same old routine? You kind of go to work, you either go to church or you do whatever your hobby is, you take care of the kids, and then you kind of come back in and you do, rinse, wash, repeat, and you do the same thing over and over and over again. And I believe that sex becomes this tool that you and your spouse can engage in frequently that cements the relationship. One of the words in the New Testament that's used for sexual intercourse is literally translated to cement. In other words, it helps to fortify one another into this oneness. So in other words, whenever you have sex with your spouse, you reinforce the union that you have with them.
Yeah.
In other words, every time you have sex with them, you're saying, I do, again, I do, I do. It's like renewing your marriage vows. So when people ask me often, they say, well, how many times do we need to have sex? How many times do you need to reaffirm the covenant that you have with your spouse?
Yeah.
How many times do you want to commit to them over again that I'm in love with you? And so the challenge for all of us as couples is to get to a place to where we're checking the predicament of our heart. Have I lost the pursuit of the treasures within your heart? Or am I at a place to where sex is only about what I'm gonna feel for that moment, but I don't have real deep feelings that I've tapped in for you beyond the bed?